U.S. President Donald Trump has ruled out sending U.S. troops to Ukraine, saying America will not enforce any potential peace deal on the ground. In a Fox News interview, Trump gave his assurance that there would be, quote, no boots on the ground. A White House official confirmed the president's remarks, noting that the U.S. role would focus on security guarantees for Ukraine, but without direct military deployment. The issue of what resources Washington would commit was central to Trump's talks with President Volodymyr. The announcement reflects Trump's long-standing promise to keep American troops out of foreign wars, a pledge that helped power his election campaign. Even within his administration, some officials have pushed for a reduced U.S. role in Ukraine. U.S. President Donald Trump has also raised fresh doubts about the possibility of peace in Ukraine, warning that Russian President Vladimir Putin may not want to make a deal at all. Speaking in a Fox News interview, Trump admitted that if Putin refuses, it will create what he called a rough situation. Trump, who hosted Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky at the White House this week, said he hoped Putin was tired of the war but added, quote, you never know. We're going to find out in the next couple of weeks. Despite the uncertainty, Ukraine and its European allies took comfort in Trump's promise of security guarantees for Kyiv. But the U.S. president gave no specifics, leaving major questions about what kind of protection Washington is willing to extend. Zelensky hailed the summit as a major step forward, noting that preparations are underway for a potential trilateral meeting with Putin and Trump in the coming weeks. His rapport Trump this time was strikingly warmer compared to their tense meeting in February. But beyond the positive optics, the road to peace remains deeply uncertain. Russia has made no firm commitment to attend such a summit. Foreign Minister Sergei Lavrov said Moscow does not reject negotiations, but stressed that any leaders' meeting must be carefully prepared.
The atmosphere during Alaska talks was very good, and it was reflected in the statements that Presidents Putin and Trump made after the talks. A useful conversation. It was absolutely clear that the head of the United States and his team, firstly, truly want to achieve the result that will be long-term, sustainable, and reliable. Unlike the Europeans, who at that time shouted on every corner that there must be a ceasefire, after which they would continue to supply weapons to Ukraine. President Trump and his team, especially after the meeting in Alaska, took a much deeper approach to settling this crisis, realizing that it is necessary to eliminate the root causes. That's what we and President Putin have been saying all along. And one of these root causes is the issue of Russia's security, the fact that commitments given to us on preventing the expansion of NATO to the east have been consistently violated for decades. The president noted several times that after these promises were given, there were 5 waves of NATO expansion. Zelensky said in Washington that yes, I would be ready to negotiate, but I won't even discuss any territories because the Constitution forbids me. It is an interesting point because ironically, the Ukrainian Constitution still retains the guarantee to fully ensure the rights of Russian. It is emphasized separately, and other national minorities, despite the past laws prohibiting the Russian language in all spheres of human life. If he cares so much about his constitution, then I would start with its first articles, where this guarantee is pinned. But there's nothing new that all of this has been swept under a carpet by various figures such as Ursula von der Leyen, Emmanuel Macron, Keir Starmer, Friedrich Merz and Olaf Scholz before him. And Joe Biden, of course, and his administration. They were among the leaders in ignoring and misquoting all the facts that, in general, lie in the root causes of the Ukrainian crisis.
Всех фактов, которые, в общем-то, лежат в основе первопричин украинского кризиса.